I am, I am, I am. I am channeling with only the highest realms and vibrations in I am's now. And I am asks, I am's angels, ascended masters, ancestors, divine family of light, to be with I am now in this moment and share whatever message is meant for now. And welcome to the now. What a beautiful now it is after the beautiful eclipse last evening. What a beautiful moment it was to experience. During this eclipse, something came to I am. And this is why, in this moment, I will not be reading anything, but I will be channeling, specifically, what I was guided to teach. One of the understandings that we see in this reality is the understanding, the belief, that things are good or bad, or right or wrong. The reality is there is no such thing. The reality is there is only consciousness and unconsciousness. Now, to understand these two forms, we must understand, in this reality, where does consciousness exist and where does consciousness come from? We understand that in this reality, we are led by conscious and unconscious actions. But what are leading these actions and these thoughts and these feelings? We understand consciousness exists within the heart. Consciousness is love. And so therefore, if we understand that consciousness exists within the heart space, we understand that unconsciousness is led by the mind, is led by thought. We see too many moments in this reality. Actions, thoughts, and feelings led by unconscious thought. This is the mistake, for unconscious thought has no love involved. There is no love involved in thinking. And that is why there is no love involved in unconsciousness. And we see verse where consciousness exists and resides within I am's heart, the eternal omnipresence of consciousness resides in the heart space. And it resides here because consciousness is led by love. And love emanates from I am's heart. And so we see consciousness is feeling. Consciousness, conscious actions are led by love. We see that when one becomes aware and conscious, we begin to see that I am's feelings, actions, and reactions begin to be led by love, begin to be led by awareness. And awareness in itself is simply love of all in creation. This is what it means to be conscious and aware. This is the understanding that consciousness loves all in creation. Consciousness, whether seen by someone in this reality, or good or bad, or right or wrong, the reality is consciousness is always led by unconditional love. Consciousness exists in I am's heart. Consciousness always chooses the path of love, whether it is seen this way or not. Stop. And so therefore, we understand that if one chooses to become aware, I must break free of the unconscious thoughts that are leading I am in this moment of now. And begin to become aware of the conscious heart and love within I am. Stop it. We see and understand, above all else, love is the defining factor in the universe. But not just love, but unconditional love. And in this reality, most do not understand this concept. For love and most things in this reality are conditioned. Most things in this reality are led by unconscious thought, by selfishness, and the understanding that one, I am, is separate from the divine, when the reality is not the case. For I am is one and the same as the divine creator. I am is all in creation. I am is conscious love in action. And so, this is why it is so important to begin to focus on I am's heart, the consciousness that I am is, and understand that consciousness resides in I am's heart, not I am's mind. But we are led into the belief that consciousness is I am's mind. This is what it means to be conscious, is I am's mind or thinking. But consciousness is so far from that reality. For consciousness is feeling and loving. We see that when one becomes conscious and aware, we see that I am's actions begin to be led by love, an unconditional love at that. We see that love is the defining factor of consciousness, of awareness in itself. But understand love is who I am is. We would like to speak with all the I ams in divine presence in this moment of now. We would like to teach and understand that each of your I ams, has a greater purpose to love all in creation. But you've been led by unconsciousness, thought for too long. You've been led to believe that you are separate from one another, from the divine. But we all in creation, the Pleiadians, Arcturians, Orions, Andromedans, Sirens, reptilians, brains, humans, all in divine creation are part of conscious love. But they have fallen into unconscious thought. But we see it is our heart that will guide I am back to love. It is our heart that will guide us away from unconscious thought and begin to help us to feel the divine love within I am's heart, the consciousness of the all, pervasive omnipresence. I am. We must begin to always lead every action with conscious love. For I am, and for all in divine creation. Understand that in this broken reality, some may not understand I am's actions as conscious, but that is because they are led by their unconscious thought and not seeing the love in I am's actions, not seeing the heart that is radiating from I am. But do not let this lead I am astray from the conscious love within. Do not let the unconscious thoughts of others lead I am away from the unconscious love that is I am. I may have repeated things many moments in this channel, but that's because the most important message is to see and no longer be led by your unconscious thoughts of what you believe I am must be or do, but understand that I am must be led by conscious love, by simply being, for this is primary. Doing will always be secondary. And so if one wants to become more aware and more conscious, lead I am's actions, feelings, by love. For love is the consciousness of who I am is. Hey, 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 Anna, na, hey, Anna. Hey, 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 Anna, ya, no, ya, no, ya, no, na. I am's heart is consciousness. For love is consciousness. And thought is unconscious. And so I am gives thanks and love and gratitude to I am's guides, angels, ascended masters, and divine family light for being with I am now in this moment and sharing this divine message of conscious love with all in divine creation.